Man, whether it's the game servers having the PvP arena go down for maintenance, or just the headset not working with me, technology never seems to go right. Hey guys, Sonic Smashro here, and years later, after Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode has been in the game for so long, Yusei finally got his own Assault Mode counterpart, Stardust Dragon Assault Mode, along with 2 new crucial Assault Mode cards from the latest deck build box, and 2 brand new skills, one for Yusei, one for Jack, for the Assault Mode support. And so, I decided to cook my own little variation of this. Yes, the Red Dragon Archfiend stuff with Soul Resonator, Bone Archfiend, and all that is the most popular version. But I prefer Crystal Wing over Abyss. So I figured, let's try Speedroid. Let's see what I can cook with this. And the end result, thanks to Herald of the Arclight coming off the ban list recently, is a, although 3-card combo that beats Nibiru clean every single time when you actually get it, along with establishing a really good end board. This is my own personal creation, Stardust Speedroid Assault Mode. Let's take a look at the skill of choice, Assault Star Acceleration. Full disclosure, this is the one thing I hate about the Assault Mode skills. Assault Star Acceleration and Assault Archfiend Acceleration are almost completely identical with only one difference, so we're essentially looking at both of them together. You can only use this skill's second and third effects once per duel. The first effect is the benefit. You can normal summon one monster that mentions Assault Mode Activate in addition to your normal summoner set per turn, and you can activate Assault Mode Activate from your hand during your turn. But you cannot Synchro Summon level 9 or higher Synchro monsters except for Dragon Synchro monsters. Second effect, first activatable effect, reveal one Assault Mode Activate or one card that mentions it in your hand, then shuffle up to 2 cards from your hand into the deck, and then draw the same number of cards. Third and final effect, and second activatable effect, if only your opponent controls a monster, play Stardust Dragon or Junk Archer from your extra deck, in face down defense position, its battle position can be changed. Disclaimer, the only thing that changes about Assault Archfiend Acceleration is that instead you play either Red Dragon Archfiend or Scarred Dragon Archfiend through the third effect. That's it. And so we have Stardust Dragon Assault Mode. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned with Assault Mode Activate and cannot be special summoned by other ways except for its own effect. Well, aside from Assault Mode 0, but that card's kinda bad. When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can trigger this card and get the activation if you do destroy that card. During the end phase of this activated successfully, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can target one Stardust Dragon in your graveyard, so summon that target. So, this is the best Assault Mode's Ingro counterpart in the game, by far. If you ever draw this with the skill, however, you automatically lose, pretty much. This is a massive garnet, you cannot ever afford to see this in your hand. It always has to be in the deck. Speedroid Terror Top. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normally special summon, you can add a Speedroid monster from deck to hand, except for Terror Top. This effect is once per turn, the special summon is not. You know the drill by now. Triple Assault Sentinel. This is one of our starters. You can trigger this card, special summon a monster from your hand or deck that specifically lists Assault Mode Activate in its text, except for Assault Sentinel. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Synchro monsters. And that's the only effect that matters, because the second effect sucks. You can target one face-up monster you control, reveal one Synchro monster in your extra deck. If you do, the targeted monster's type and attribute become the same as the revealed monsters until the end of this turn. Each effect is once per turn. Literally never comes up. Speedroid Takatomborg. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card, special summon a Speedroid monster from your deck that is a tuner. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters. You only special summon Takatomborg once per turn. Card Turbo as well. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters. You can manage this card and the Speedroid monster from your graveyard. All the monsters you currently control gain 800 attack points at the end of this turn. Each effect is once per turn. The Psy Reflector. 3 of these because it's our other Assault Mode starter. If this card is normally special summon, you can add Assault Mode Activate or a card that mentions it specifically in its text from deck to hand, except for Psy Reflector. You reveal one Assault Mode Activate in your hand, then target one monster in your graveyard that specifically lists Assault Mode Activate in its text except for Psy Reflector once again. Special summon it, and if you do, increase its level by 1 to 4 of your choice. Each effect is once per turn. Assault Beast. You can discard this card to the graveyard to add Assault Mode Activate from your deck to your hand. Very simple. Next up is the Speedroid Marble Machine. 3 of these because it's our other part of the combo. Pendulum Effect. Once per turn when your defense position monster is targeted for an attack, You can change it to face-up attack position. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn, even if this card leaves the field. This is actually kind of decent here compared to the Crystal Clear Speedroid, because generally, once you've done the Speedroid part of this once, you're never going to be able to do it again, most of the time. So, you'd rather actually use the rest of your marble machines to pendulum scale them. That's where this effect can really shine. When this card is normal summoned, you can activate this effect, add a Speedroid monster from deck to hand. Also, you can't source summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except for wind monsters. This effect is once per turn, pretty basic. And of course, the infamous Garnet, the Red-Eyed Dice. When this card is normally special summoned, you can target a Speedroid monster you control except for Red-Eyed Dice, declare a level from 1 to 6 different from the current level. It becomes that level until the end of this turn. That's it for monsters. On Dispels and Traps, double Cosmic Cyclone, pay 1,000 target spell trap on the field and banish it. Triple Book of Eclipse, change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position during the end phase of this turn. Flip as many face-down monsters that are in defense position your opponent controls as possible face-up. Then, your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters flipped face-up by this effect. And double Assault Mode activate. Why 2 when we only play one Assault Mode monster? Simple. 1 to activate the card properly, and the other to recover while having it in the hand. That's basically it. Tribute 1 Synchro monster. Special summon 1 Assault Mode monster, whose name includes the tribute monster's name from your deck in attack position. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Onto the extra deck with Trishula, Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can banish up to 3 cards your opponent controls. If the Synchro summoned card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon a Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier from your extra deck or graveyard. Its attack becomes 3,300. Then, have the attack of any face-up monsters your opponent currently controls also negate their effects. You can only use this effect once per turn. I wish we had room for Trishula, because that float sometimes could actually really make a difference. Unfortunately, I just don't have the room. Anyway, Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon a level 2 or lower tutor from your graveyard. During the main phase, quick effect. You tribute this card, special summon 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck that is treated as a Synchro Summon, then immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro Summon using monsters you control as material. For the rest of this turn, the monsters Synchro Summoned by this effect, including the Stardust Dragon, are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Each effect is once per turn. This card is just so good. The support for this is so good. And there's so many ways we can make full use of this. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Once per turn during the player's turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. If you do that, this card gains attack points equal to that destroyed monster's original attack points until the end of this turn. More importantly, if this card battles a level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls during damage calculation, this card gains attack points equal to the current attack points of the opponent's monster it is battling during that damage calculation only, not once per turn. Somehow, I'm finding people who still don't read this effect, and I don't know how. Double Stardust Dragon, 1 for the skill in case we need to go straight to Assault Mode activate, 1 for recovery, or off of Excel Synchro Stardust, whatever. During the player's turn, when a card effect is activated that will destroy a card or cards on the field, you can tribute this card and negate the activation if you destroy that card. During the end phase, if this activates successfully, you can special summon it from your graveyard. Pretty classic. Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Once per turn during the player's turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates this effect on the field, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. Once per turn during the player's turn, with a level 5 or higher monster, 1 exactly, is targeted by a monster's effect, and no other cards, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. If either of those cards' effects destroy a monster, this card gains attack points equal to that destroyed monster's original attack points until the end of this turn. Still pretty decent, but more often than not we're using this to climb to an unaffected Crystal Wing on the opponent's turn. At least these days. Herald of the Arclight. Any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. During either player's turn when a spell card, trap card, or a monster effect is activated, you can tribute this card to get the activation if you do destroy that card. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a ritual monster or ritual spell from deck to hand. If you are playing a ritual at all, you either pick Sorvis or Buford. I prefer Sorvis personally, but I don't have it, nor do I really care to add Buford. Even then, I wouldn't be playing Sorvis to begin with, so this is useless to me. But if you want to add Sorvis, go ahead. Just note, it'll be a little less consistent. My mic is just not working with me today. Anyway, Junk Archer. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it. During the end phase of this turn, return it to your opponent's side of the field in the same battle position. We play this via the skill. And it's so good. It's so good. Being able to force that interaction from your opponent before you even make a move, or even commit to anything, being able to safely go into Crystal Wing off of this afterward. It's so good. Like, it's ridiculous. Hi, Speedroid, Hagoida. Target the player's turn, you trip this card, increase the level of all monsters currently on the field by 1 until the end of this turn. If this card is in your graveyard and you control a Speedroid Tuner monster, you special summon this card. Also, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except for wind monsters. This effect is once per turn. So, that is it for the deck. Let's get on to replays. I do have 2 bonus replays to show, mainly because I did not get the 3-card combo on the successful run, but I did get it in these, so I want to show off the 2 different ways this combo can be done. So, let's start things off by looking at that 3-card combo against 2 different Dragonic contacts. So, the thing you need for this combo is Speedroid Terratop, any of your Assault Mode starters, whether Reflector or Assault Sentinel, and either Speedroid Marble Machine, Takatoborg, or Card Turbo, as long as you do not have Stardust Assault Mode or Red-Eye Dice in your hand at all. It may sound specific, but trust me, it comes up a little more often than you might think.
Time to duel.
So here's how this is going to go. You're going to special summon your Speedroid Terratop, add one of your missing Speedroid pieces. You want to have at least Marble Machine in your hand at this point. Then, normal summon your Reflector. Grab your Assault Beast. Discard that to get Assault Mode activate. Activate the Reflector. Reveal Assault Mode activate, target your Assault Beast, choose 3 levels to make it level 7. Use the Assault Beast and the Reflector to Synchro Summon Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon to the main monster zone. Then activate and bring back your Reflector. At this point, I need to talk about something. So, Terratop is summon 1, Reflector summon 2, Assault Beast 3, Excel Stardust 4. At this point, Reflector is number 5, Nibiru is live. They have to Nibiru here, because next we're going to use Reflector and Speedroid Terratop to Synchro Summon Herald of the Arclight. But if they try to do that, Excel Synchro Stardust covers that, and gives us Stardust Dragon, goes straight to Herald, and that means we have 2 unaffected Synchro monsters on the field, no other monsters, and Nibiru becomes completely useless.
Synchro summon a monster. I'm counting on you.
Next up, we're going to go Marble Machine and apply the Wind Block, thus giving us our remaining piece, in this case, Card Turbo. Special Takatoborg, tribute it for Red-Eye Dice, make Marble level 4. Use these to make your high Speedroid Hagoida. Then, trigger Card Turbo. Set up your back row and pass turn. This gives you Herald, unaffected Stardust, unaffected Crystal Wing, along with the option to go for Assault Mode activate if needed.
I activate my monsters. The hopes of the world coalesce into a take flight. I'm counting on you. I synchro summon a monster.
Also worth noting, at the time of doing this profile and doing all the King of Games stuff, I did not have Stardust Assault Mode chronicled during the King of Games climb. So that's why you won't see it chronicled here. And so, why you pitched Super Poly, I will never freaking know.
Take to the skies. You're not the only one full of surprises. I activate my
This means I can safely negate.
From my hand, I knew you'd try that.
Stop hitting as fusion.
No matter.
So at this point, we're going to battle phase. That's a scoop. But I would have brought Stardust back in the end phase, went into Assault Mode activate, and just been ready for whatever back row he might have happened to have. Now the question is, what happens if you start with Assault Sentinel? The combo does have to differ a little bit. You also want to do it this way if you know that they are looking to play an Effect Veiler or a DD Pro or whatever, specifically to stop Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. And I do mean you will have to do it this way.
A duelist? I'll give it. Jade, I know you. Duel! It's my turn. Witness the. I activate my monster's effect.
So instead, we special the Terratop, go Assault Sentinel. That's what gets us our Psi Reflector.
I activate my monster's effect.
But you may notice a problem.
I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. I know what to do. I special summon
So,
monster.
Terratop is 1, Sentinel is 2, Reflector 3, Assault Beast 4. XL Stardust would be summon 5, Nibiru becomes live before we can bring back the tuner. That's going to cause no end of trouble. We can't run that risk. So instead, what we have to do is go straight into Herald of the Archfight. You also want to do this if you suspect they have a hand trap ready to stop XL Synchro Stardust.
I activate my monster's effect. I need your help. I activate my
Anyway,
monster's effect.
once again we make the Marble Machine level 4, but before we make Hagoida, we now have to make XL Synchro Stardust here.
I synchro summon a monster. I activate
Bring back the
my
red-eyed
monster.
dice, and the rest should look familiar.
I know what to do.
The combo ends the same way. It's literally just how you route the order is a little bit different. Either way, it beats Nibiru clean every time.
I draw. You will live.
So here's the deal with this. We have an Omni Negate that covers XL Stardust before the main phase. We have access to a way to stop Droplet because any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. Meaning they cannot send a monster as cost for Forbidden Droplet, which means Herald can safely negate.
My monster's effect.
You're not the only one full of surprises. I activate the hopes of the world coalesce into a take flight.
I had to take no risk there, by the way, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get out Crystal Wing or Stardust and my whole board would have been broken.
Check this out. I activate my monster's effect.
Herald to try to make him waste the Super Poly and not realize what he's doing.
I activate my come out. I fusion summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect.
Let's not do that and say we did.
Assault mode activate.
Assault mode activate, go.
Check this out. I activate my
Stardust Dragon assault mode's effect.
I activate my spell card. Rainbow Dragon and Neos. Rainbow Neos uses its effect.
And he goes for the graveyard. That was really smart.
I'm ending my turn.
It's go time. I draw. I spaddle. Here I go. I activate my monster's effect. I end
My turn. I draw. Spell card E.
This grind game was brought to you by the letter E.
Turn ahead.
Goes for the Armed Dragon Thunder.
I end my
It's
turn.
my turn. I draw. Battle. Take this. I attack with my I activate my monster's effect. I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. I'll give it my... I activate my monster's effect.
And so I kind of have no choice but to do
Activate my
this.
monster's effect.
Rainbow Neos uses its
Why he gives up Rainbow Neos, I have no idea.
Seems like things are looking up for me.
Test to go.
I end my turn.
But I see a clear path to victory at this
Don't
point.
know about that. I
I
activate my monster's effect.
Yeah, I don't care about that. You're the only one that has a monster on the field, and so I can get out Stardust Dragon.
Flight.
You may be wondering, why didn't I just go Junk Archer and banish the Armed Dragon Thunder?
Okay.
I wanted to flex.
I activate my monster's effect. I need your help. I activate my monster's effect. Okay. I activate my monster's effect.
So Clear Wing comes out.
I synchro summon up. I'm not. Take this. My monster attack. Stardust Dragon. Cosmic Flare. I play my trap. Assault mode activate.
Funny, Assault Mode activate. Yeah, you were screwed, buddy. And so the climb proper. Around 30 or so attempts later, I lost count at some point. And here's the weird thing. I do not think it is directly a fault of Stardust, the Assault Mode variant. I'll explain why later. But for now, Winged Dragon of Ra. Now, I do get the normal 2-card combo here, but do not ever end it the way you normally would if you are going first into Ra. Because their new skill lets them search Sphere Mode, and you can't respond to that. You've got to play around this fact. The combo works very similarly to how it works as normal.
I activate my monster's effect. I need your help. Okay. I synchro summon a monster. I activate my. I need your help. I know what to do.
Marble Machine, you can probably tell where this is going. Instead, we're going to use red-eyed dice to make Marble level 6.
I know what to do. I activate my monster's effect. I know what to do.
Thus giving us our clear wing. Now I need to stress, at this point normally what would happen is we would set whatever back row we have, including Assault Mode activate. If we have the second Assault Mode activate in hand, which we do, we would hold the second one so we can use it for recovery plays later, into something like a Trishula Zero or whatever. Normally that's what we do, but because we are dealing with Ra, never ever do that in this situation. Instead, we have to actually commit. This is annoying because we give up the unaffected on our opponent's turn Crystal Wing, but this is overall just better. And thus, we can now use Assault Star to safely get an extra draw for next turn. Or for this turn because of, you know, back row.
It's my tie draw. The Egyptian. Guys, if this. I activate Guardian
Stardust Dragon Assault Mode's effect.
I activate the continuous.
That was stupid of me. I should have used the Crystal Wing.
Appear as I call your name, the Winged Dragon of Ra!
Yeah, I don't know why regular Merrick has lines for this when it's supposed to be Yami Merrick that controls Ra, but nevertheless.
The Winged Dragon of Ra.
How's this for an answer? Here's my face.
See, I for one am just not taking chances.
I activate my spell card, Monster Reborn! If this plasma can take on any form, why not the strongest? Egyptian God Slime! Battle! Egyptian God Slime!
This for
Attack!
Now, this is the part where Marble Machine would have really helped, but nonetheless. Oh well. Although, speaking of Marble Machine, in this case you may have noticed I didn't bring back Stardust Assault Mode. There's a reason for that. I need Trishula Zero to get through all of this.
I activate my monster's effect. I'm counting on you. I need your help. I summon a monster. I need your help. I synchro summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Battle. This is the strength of our foe. Attack.
And there we go.
I figured out as a duel.
So next up was probably the most stressful game that I had to deal with on this attempt, even though realistically it was the very end. Predaplant.
I'm going to witness the. Let's.
This was brutal.
I guess I'll enjoy.
So I'm going to speed this up and just give the play-by-play, because otherwise this would take way too long. 10 turns to be exact. Typical Predaplant combo, and people are actually starting to give up the unrespondable kaiju of Drosophilum Hydra for Dragostapelia. I genuinely think that is the correct move. Because without Dragostapelia, your turn 1 just doesn't exist. And so we have this setup. And yeah, because they can play Despia stuff, they can make freaking Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, aka the Tax Dragon. Now I opt to go straight for the Assault Mode activate because I wanted to bait the predaplant. And if you're wondering, I try to freaking go for the Marble Machine here. Off the top, let's go. Funny Chimera Flesia moment, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Stardust Assault Mode comes back, and we just go from there. Yellow Melodus comes back, you know the drill. I have to Eclipse here. This is where I wish I had the Trishula float, but what can you do? And now Clear Wing. Now I misplay here. I should have just gone straight for the Biblis, but I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, Life Barrier, yeah, I don't care about that. Lance, I do have to stop that and stop my play cold. Clear Wing. Biblis. Yeah, let's not do that. And so, Conrad. I'm taking a risk. If this goes through, I win. Who plays the level 8?
Stardust Dragon Assault Mode's effect.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Go! I attack you direct. This is the strength of our bond. I attack
Yeah,
you
and you fall to Car Turbo. That's gotta be embarrassing.
as a
And now things get weird. After that stressful game, things get weird. And I mean really, really, really weird. So, we have Red Dragon Archfiend, very simple stuff, seemingly, right? Right? Well...
each card. There's only
How about new?
I'll show
Yeah,
you
much
that
like
I'm
at the
at
end
top
of the
my game.
one Shooting Star Synchron profile, I bricked
Very soul into this
hard.
duel.
So let's try to rectify that, shall we? That's what the skill is here for.
Power.
Bruh.
I know what to do. I summon a monster. Okay. I activate my monster's effect. Okay. I set
And
a
so,
guard, I set a guard.
first of all, you don't know how many times that's happened to me.
I sync
Second of
summon a
all,
monster.
having to sit on just a Clear Wing and an Eclipse and hoping that's enough, realistically it won't be.
There's only
That's painful.
a card.
That's very, very, very
I
painful.
activate my spell card. Resonator Core. I activate my monster's effect. Come to me. Come on.
Watch what happens.
I activate my so this jerk.
Randomly gets disconnected. Their device died, their internet died, did something just randomly decide to not work? I don't know. But random disconnect, I should have lost that. I'm not going to deny that whatsoever. I should have been done there. But I'm sitting here thinking, after well over 30 attempts, this might be my one opportunity. I cannot waste this chance. Regardless of what I think of this, I can't waste this opportunity that was given to me. And so I run into Gemini Gearfried, going second, which is actually good for me.
I predicted.
Witness the.
Except, not really.
Let's rev it.
If I believe.
This hand would normally be okay, but
My turn.
I need an Assault Mode piece here, and then I at least have my combo. Freaking red-eyed dice, always getting in my way.
I activate a continuous. This is the one I activate my monster. This is the one I activate my monster's effect.
Grabs Gemini Spark.
Here I go. Okay.
Doesn't go for the Charles. Instead, just goes for a Link Karibo Steel Swarm Roach. That's really easy to get through. Just let me get rid of my red-eyed dice, please. Except, no Assault Mode pieces. Another thing that happens to me pretty constantly. My luck is just terrible with this for no reason. But, this still kind of works. We'll just Cosmic that, thank you. Stop the resolution.
Activate Junk Archer's effect.
Get past the Roach.
I activate my monster's effect.
Marble, grab the Taketon Borg.
I activate
Go Car Turbo, and we just go from there.
No! Growing up on the...
Yeah, no, he scoops despite the fact that I could not have taken game whatsoever. He expected me to have Assault Mode activate, I guess. I don't know. All I'm gonna say to that is, if I did, don't you think I would have used it? Now, if I didn't draw the freaking red-eyed dice, I would have actually gotten through in the same turn, but nonetheless. Anyway, the rank up game against what is may as well be Tier 0. Deck up the format. Despia. There is so much about this I have to say that is a genuine freaking problem.
And greatest duel. Time to lift the ship.
Despian comedy being freaking broken. Being a hand trap that also benefits in the graveyard by getting rid of dangerous situations. Owlbear, which can just search whatever it damn well pleases, usually branded in red, their fusion quick play spell. And of course, Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. As long as this fusion summoned card is on the field, you must pay 600 life points to activate any card effects. That is exactly how it works in the TCG. No nerfs going into Duel Links whatsoever.
It's go time. I draw.
So we forced the Brandon in red. Oh yeah, this thing also means they can play Dark Lord Morningstar and fusion summon the first Dark Lord for a full board nuke that they can chain block during your turn. You better hope you've got Forbidden Droplet. It is now a must-play card in any deck that can run it to deal with first Dark Lord. So I'll just casually go for the Junk Archer here. Why are you going after my attack points now of all times? Are you that scared I'm going to just run this over? That wasn't the goal.
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. Okay. I special summon a monster. I know what to do. I activate my monster.
So I just opt to play around the hand trap, or the fact that Dramaturge is still in play.
I activate my monster's effect. The hopes of the world coalesce into a... Take flight! I'm counting on it. I synchro summon a monster.
You fell right into my
I activate my monster's effect.
Yeah, comedy, get out of here with that crap.
I set the pendulum scale. I'm not... Attack! Stardust Dragon! Cosmic Flare!
Activate a feat.
Take this! I activate my monster's effect. I play my trap.
Let's not say we did.
Appear! Stop! Take this! My monster attack.
And now we get to the especially broken part of Masquerade. Even if it leaves the field by ways of Junk Archer, so it should no longer be counted as being fusion summoned. Even if it's slipped face down by means of Book of Eclipse, so it should no longer be counted as being fusion summoned or summoned in the extra deck. You still have to pay life points to activate your freaking effects. I don't know how I got so lucky, but we take those.
This is the perfect test to go. I draw a duelist.
Fortunately, the Terror Top is something I can just use because I have to go all in. I have to go swinging.
I need your help.
I really wish Stardust Assault Mode could have finished this,
Stardust Dragon
but he was the
Assault Mode.
only one that could safely run over Masquerade.
Attack! I activate my monster's effect.
Let's not do that.
Fell right into my trap.
Stardust Dragon Assault Mode's effect. This is the strength of our bond.
2 attacks that could potentially go through. Even Kite Ride wouldn't have really helped there. Because, yeah, he would have been in a severe disadvantage.
As a duelist,
Your lack of Dark Magician because you're playing freaking Despia. Anyway, despite the stress and the random brick hands, Stardust Speedroid Assault Mode in King of Games, man, I gotta say, this build proved fun to come up with. This proved really fun, really effective, and just all around really versatile. There's so many different ways you can combo off of this, so many you can just make use of all your cards. And even once the garnets are gone, that means you just have nothing but useful card after useful card for recovery, different ways of supporting yourself through Marble Machine's Pendulum effect, all that good stuff. But the actual end boards are Glass Cannon end boards. They're as strong as they get out the gate, and you're left with that for pretty much the rest of the game. Now going second, you also have access to Junk Archer, which means you can force an interaction. So good. So good. But again, you have the issue of drawing Stardust Assault Mode off of the skill, you have drawing Red-Eye Dice off of the skill, you have not getting an Assault Mode starter to begin with whatsoever. That really sucks. There are some things that can somewhat go wrong, but I think the biggest problem right now is that Despia is basically uncontestable mostly. It is the uncontested best deck in the format. It's keeping so many other decks from seeing play right now. And same can kind of be said for Shaddoll as well still, but that's just me. And that is still a problem. But we'll see what happens with the upcoming ban list after the upcoming KC Cup next month because, well, yeah, as for whether I'll be taking this build in specifically, probably not. I'm gonna stick to Stardust Acceleration. That's just what I prefer. Stardust Accel Synchron is just what I prefer across the board. I will cook with Starlight Drive eventually. I do need to get another deck slot though, so I can actually, you know, keep that skill ready to go. Because I like to keep freaking deck builds for all of Yusei's relevant skills on standby, and so I have to get another deck build slot on Yusei. Absolute pain. Anyway, that's all I have to say for that. Definitely fun, definitely an interesting idea. I want to know what some of you guys come up with for Assault Star Acceleration. Not for Assault Archfiend Acceleration, Assault Star Acceleration, as I do think for the most part it is just the better skill. I do, however, think Assault Archfiend Acceleration can safely tech in Droplet better, which is much more essential going into Despia. But that's just me, make of it what you will. Anyway, let's just hope this actually records right this time, because I don't feel like repeating myself for another 4 hours. But with that, that's all I have to say. Until the next video, whatever it may be. Later, guys.